Hey guys, so I have been doing live personal readings all day, but I did want to come on here and discuss this because it's just extremely important. And I just want to say, someone said, are you going to just be putting your personal opinion into all these? Well, when it comes to these true crime things, especially this case with Madeline Soto, I'm not just doing tarot readings. I am discussing this. And I do want to say that I have my master's in social work and I was a therapist. A lot of people take the MSW route to become LCSW, and that's what many therapists are. And I did do a lot of deep mental health therapy with patients and an eating disorder outpatient center, which was very complex cases. And anyways, I definitely have my experience as a therapist, and so I'm not only here to do tarot readings, especially when it comes to topics like this. I do just kind of want to discuss things a little bit, but I'm gonna do a reading, but like I'm exhausted. It's like 1:30 a.m. and I really just wanted to come on here to discuss the fact that Stephen STERNS, whatever his name is, STEPHAN, it was released today that he has been charged with 60 other charges of sexual SA. I don't even know, so many different things. It even said he is accused of dealing with a child below 5. He had so many pictures of even bestiality, having children, like 11-year-olds, perform acts to him. I mean, it is just so freaking awful. And there's so much that's already been said that I feel like I'd be repetitive if you guys have watched other things. I guess I'm just gonna say my opinion of this. So we see all these photos of, there's a million opinions to have, but one thing I want to say is that we see all these photos of Madeline Soto, and she's smiling, and even there's some videos of her dancing, and she seems to have still somewhat, with all that darkness poured onto her, without any sense of obviously protection or safety. She was exposed to things for, I mean, the mother was dating him for, like, I don't know, at least 2019, so she could have been 8 years old, they say, when she was first experiencing this. She seemed to have retained a lot of her innocence and sweetness and carefreeness from videos I've seen. But the thing is that he basically, you can't like, I mean, you can't darken a light soul. So she was a light soul. Obviously, she was a beautiful soul. You could just tell, like, the fact that she could smile and still have that spirit in her. But she had so much darkness, like, poured onto her. And that was his fucking shit. I'm so angry. Like, this case has gotten me so, I have to actually take breaks from it because it's like so unfair that she had to endure this. And I'm being repetitive from the last video, but she had to endure this without any, it was like, we don't know the story with her mom, but like somehow her mom either co-signing his bullshit or being unaware or pretending to not know, who knows, but somehow this little girl was a victim to her mom's ignorance. I don't know how her mom didn't know that this guy, supposedly I mean, there's so many weird things that have come out about him. Unless the mom's just as weird, I don't know. But this little girl, it's like he was transferring his darkness onto her. He was trying to. It's like, it's almost like a weird, okay, my opinion of it is like, obviously he's either just his brain, he's a psychopath and he was born like that, or most likely he experienced some trauma, but I don't know, whatever is inside of him. And it's like these people that want to destroy light, which is, children are all light because they're innocent, and it's like they want to spread their freaking darkness onto these innocent souls, and they're helpless, these kids, and there's no one around to protect them. And it's just, I don't know, I don't even know what I want to say. There's just, it just makes me so upset. And I know this happens all the time, but like, we're hearing about this guy and he got away with years of doing this, and how did no one know? How did it's just so crazy how everyone around him could be so oblivious or a participant. I don't know, but poor Maddie. And I don't know what to say. It's just like, I guess my point is, what I'm trying to say is, like, you see her smiling and you see her being a child, but it's like her soul, when something like that happens, your soul is like ripped from you. And she was like still retaining this light, but there has to be a part of you that dies when that happens to you. And it's like someone's killing you before you're even dead. And I know there's people that experience SA as a child, and they grow up and they become, they're fine, they're okay. But the way this guy sounds, it was repetitive. It's so, you know what, I guess what I wanted to say is, it's so fucking disrespectful. Like, it's obviously, I mean, a violation of boundaries, and it's obviously cruel and disgusting. But it's like, you're, like, making someone, you're putting your own shame on someone else that they now have to carry. And it's like, so, it's like like, if she were to have lived and stayed alive, it's like she would have to carry the shame of his shameful acts. It's a transfer of energy, and it's fucking disgusting. And it's just, you know, even if it's not happening on that scale, I think as humans we have to be aware of how we're always transferring energy and what kind of energy we're transferring, which I'm not really being very kind right now. I mean, I don't really care, like, when it comes to this topic, but it's just so unfair. It just makes me very angry. I mean, it makes everyone angry, but it's just like, she was not doing anything wrong. And like, I know she's not alive, which is the worst part of this, and that's like really the point, is we don't even know what happened to her. But if she was, she'd have to carry the burden of his bullshit. Disgusting. And it's partially his fault, but I'm sorry, but even if the mom isn't found guilty, it is her fault. Like, she is the protector. She is the one that has to make decisions solely based on her child's safety. And she obviously was not either caring or really fit to be a mother if she wasn't aware of these signs. Because I don't even have children, and I won't even let my dog interact with a dog that I don't intuitively feel. I don't understand. So I guess we already kind of went into this, but it's like, I don't even know if I want to explore like who took her life, because I'm just so, I think we're all just so traumatized by what her life was even before it was taken, and it had to come to this for her to be seen. And I guess we could just tap into her mom's intentions, because I do want to do kind of a reading. But Madeline Soto's mom's intentions. What was her mom's intentions? There's a lot of cards here, so. Grove. Trapped. I don't believe that, though. If she tries to play that card of, like, honesty. So the thing was, her mom told authorities that the last time she saw her was before she left for school that day, but we know that he was throwing out Maddie's objects, like her computer and stuff, before he even supposedly took her to school. So she was already believed to actually, they believe that she, anyway, so there's a big thing about lying and honesty here. Choices, wishing. Jennifer Sotos. I'm not going to do long reading. I'm really spent. Self-worth. It's, the thing is, she can't play the victim. Like, she doesn't get to play the victim now. It doesn't matter. She's alive. She was making a choice to be with this person. She, okay, she could say, oh, he threatened her, but nothing is worth your child's harm. So I know that all forms of, like, pain that we inflict on others comes from a place of really lack of love we have for ourselves, but this is just unexcusable. What is this wishing about? This kind of grosses me out. I'm probably not in a good space to do a reading right now. I'm like, so, I literally did so many readings today. Love, yeah. This mom was desperate, but to me, that's not an excuse. It's her mom. But her mom, if her mom was lying about the fact that she really did die, like, what was the motivation for her passing? Like, that's what I don't understand. What was the motivation? See, this to me is like her mom was wishing to be loved. She was, like, desperate to be loved. But it's just, then you shouldn't have had children if you, what does this say? Darkness does not always equate to evil. Light does not always bring good. Wow. Darkness does not always equate to evil. Lightness does not always bring good. That is so weird, because I feel like that's saying, although he was dark and disgusting, or he is, that doesn't necessarily mean he's the one that took her life. And although the mother didn't do those harmful things, doesn't mean she was a good mother. I don't know. That's what I'm getting from it. I think this situation is kind of like too triggering for me. I shouldn't be. Awakening presence. The universe is with you. Wear a cloak of protection and love. How that girl was able to supreme protection. This is what I keep talking about, is protection. You are protected. Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation. Trust. I almost feel like God stepped in and took this little girl away, but she deserved a chance to live her life and become an adult and create her own safety. But I've thought about this, like, it's almost like God was like, this girl's been through too much. Let me, like, wrap her in my arms, and she's safe now. Oh my God. She really is, like, such a child of God. Green is, like, the heart chakra. I mean, I think, like I said in the last reading, this girl she really was a light being, because the way she was able to dance and be, I mean, that's what kids do, but she was going through so much immeasurable emotional, physical pain. What is the mom's energy towards Madeline? Libra, justice. She's gonna get justice. I mean, she's the Laws of karma are not going anywhere. And then we've got white buffalo. You know, and I hate to say this because it doesn't explain anything, but if you watch my channel, I'm really big on like past lives. So that's the only thing that kind of helps me think, like, is this like past life karma, which is awful to justify it in any way, but that's the only thing that ever helps me sleep at night, is to think, well, I guess things aren't as we're viewing it through the lens of human, like this life, but we don't really know what happened in the last. I know that's whatever, but I can manifest anything, white buffalo. You know, I also see things through the lens of people's zodiac signs, and I'm pretty sure her mom's a Pisces, because there was something about her, it was like her birthday 2 days ago, a week or so ago. It was like a week after Madeline's. The dark side of Pisces is that, like, especially, and I hate to like single anyone out if they have this, but like people that have like a Mercury in Pisces, or where it's supposed to be honest and truthful, Pisces is very like fantasy and very like murky and very like, could be delulu, you know. And this mother could have a case of sociopathy, or she could literally just be so like in her own fantasy world, you know. That's what Neptune is. It's illusions. I don't know. Pisces are very secretive too, though, so there's so much more to come out with the mother, I believe. And I'm too tired to really say anything else, but I just wanted to come on here and discuss it, I guess. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you for all my new subscribers. I want to keep this case going because I know a lot of you are here for that. So I will do my best to continue to talk about it and give justice for Maddie. All right. Love you guys. Bye.